This is going to be an update then to how things are. So here's the polytunnel. Some onions coming along quite well. Little pot of dill starting to make a few seedlings. Shareable. So from the last time, there's a lot more growth in here. So there's some of the tomato plants, and I have the flakes there that I can put over them if I think it's going to be a bit of a frost. Thankfully, I haven't really needed it, and there's none of the plants have really had any damage so far, even though some nights have been cold. The wee minimum maximum thermometer. I think actually I did set it a couple of days ago, but it hasn't really got down below 10. So what have we got? Some sunflowers that my daughter has set. Some other flowers of different types. Spinach in some pots. I think these are also flowers of some sort that my daughter planted. Some spring onions and chard has been planted. Mizuma, that's a salad leaf. Cosmos, some flowers. I can't actually quite remember what was in that. I do have it written down. Oh, Italian lettuce. Okay, I see some things starting to come in that. Some more lettuce in there as well. And I repotted some of my chilies this morning just into slightly bigger pots, which is this row along here. Here are some lettuces that are growing in pots. I have some more chilies. I must get those planted up today if I can. And some very young tomato plants that I had put in as it really is a backup. I think actually maybe the cold has got a couple of them, but the rest of them look quite good, so I can use those as backup, or I'd give them away or something later on. I replanted some of the chilies that were here today. Some onions just in those pots. There's the Autopot system again. Everything seems to be doing quite well. I haven't, oh, and I do see a pepper. There we go. First big pepper of the year. Excellent. I have a few more tomato plants there that I have for my mother, really. This is what I do with the compost. I tend to sieve it into this big flower tub here, and the coarse stuff then will go back out into the composter at the end of the day. So I do have this finer compost that I basically use whenever I'm potting up some of these chilies, which I'll be doing for the rest of the afternoon, I think. So what else is here? The problem with this tunnel, I think, is that there's too much storage going on. So hopefully I have a plan as to how to reduce the amount of stuff that's actually stored in it. So next year it should be more planting and less storage. A few more bits and pieces planted here. I think these are French beans or dwarf tender beans. A coriander plant and some parsley. And that needs watered. French beans, and Berlotti beans. So some of the tomato plants. Different varieties. I think from memory that is Giant Tree. I have a few Giant Tree ones in. What variety is this? Giant Tree again. Giant Tree. This is really for making pasta sauces. And I must look at those labels because they're starting to wear off. I think I can remember what most of them are, but undoubtedly I'll forget. So some of the tomato plants. Oh, and there's something else. Oh, more lettuce growing in there. A few more. What's here? Runner beans. Oh yes, I have planted the runner beans, but they haven't come up yet. They seem to be quite slow. I wasn't going to plant that many of the year. There's only about just over a dozen there. And this is some radishes and some rocket, not up yet, and more radishes there. So that's what's growing in here at the moment. I'll take a wee quick walk outside. We have the elephant garlic doing really well. Definitely needs weeded. Some more elephant garlic there. I have the poles up for the runner beans. There's the broad beans and the rhubarb. This is all garlic, elephant garlic, and some peas. I just put a few poles and some string on there. Hopefully that's enough to get them to climb. And I'm in the process of clearing all this rubbish away here. So I did have this was all just compost that I must get sorted out. So I built a second bay onto this compost system. So there's where we are at the minute. That's actually quite full, and the temperature in it is normally getting to about 60 degrees or so. If I can poke this down in and see how our temperature gauge goes up. I'm hoping it's going to get to about 60 because that tends to kill all of the weed seeds or whatever is in there. And we're just creeping up to it. Yeah, we're 60 degrees, so which is good. Still climbing. Make it up to 65. So that's a lot of lawn clippings and just general green waste mixed with a lot of cardboard and very fine sawdust for brown material. And then this is the other bay. I've just some cardboard in there under that bit of plastic. And then the plan is, after about 2 months, I'll take this material and tip it onto this one, and then that can rot down for the rest of the year, and that'll leave me with this bin to start filling up again. And then these are all the different fruit trees, and there's a big space there just in the middle, and I'm going to do a big no-dig bed right along there, hopefully using the compost from this bed here. So that's where we are at the moment. So just a small update. Hope you enjoyed it.